In a global era, is local art even possible anymore?
How do artists respond when cultures mix, overlap, and transform?
What does identity look like when it's always in motion?
Hello, art adventurers. Andrew here, and welcome back to Armchair Art Share, your cozy corner for exploring the fascinating pathways of art history. Today, we're stepping into a movement that's as global, fluid, and ever-shifting as the world we live in. We're talking about Altermodern, a term coined by curator Nicolas Bourriaud in 2009. Bourriaud described Altermodern as a new cultural era, one shaped by globalization, migration, and digital communication. In this world, artists move through space, culture, and identity just as quickly as ideas travel across the internet. The result? Hybrid artworks that refuse to be limited by a single place, tradition, or genre. Altermodern art asks us to rethink the very idea of culture. Instead of belonging to one location, these artists explore what it means to live in a world where borders feel increasingly porous and where creativity flows freely across continents. What does Altermodern look like? Bourriaud suggested that the central materials of Altermodern art are journey, translation, and transformation. And the artists who represent this movement each express those ideas in radically different ways. Let's meet a few of them. Franz Ackermann creates vibrant, explosive works that look like maps in motion. His paintings and installations chart both mental and physical travel, capturing the feeling of moving through cities, cultures, and emotional states all at once. His art becomes a kind of global diary, part geography, part imagination. Next, we have Darren Almond, whose long exposure photographs of remote places at night are haunting and atmospheric. Almond links geography to time, memory, and human presence, reminding us that even the most isolated landscapes are part of a much larger global story. Known for over-the-top performances filled with myth, handmade costumes, and bits of pop culture, Chetwynd brings a joyful chaos to Altermodern. Their work blends ancient stories with modern references, creating performances that feel both familiar and absolutely unpredictable. One of the clearest examples of Altermodern ideas in action is Mike Nelson's installation projection room. Nelson builds immersive environments from found materials, spaces that feel like abandoned film sets, forgotten histories, or alternate realities. Walking into one of his installations is like stepping into a story whose pages are missing. Fact and fiction blur, past and present collide, and you're left to piece together your own narrative, a very Altermodern experience. So what is Altermodern really asking? Altermodern challenges us to think about art not as something tied to a single local tradition, but as something created in the midst of constant movement. It asks questions like, in a global era, is local art even possible anymore? How do artists respond when cultures mix, overlap, and transform? What does identity look like when it's always in motion? Altermodern doesn't give one answer. Instead, it gives us countless pathways, journeys across culture, history, memory, and imagination. Thanks for joining me today on Armchair Art Share. If you enjoyed this dive into the Altermodern movement, don't forget to like, subscribe, and explore more episodes as we travel through the endlessly fascinating landscape of art history. Until next time, keep exploring, keep imagining, and keep sharing art from the comfort of your favorite chair.